Hello, good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the subject professional ethics and human values, and the topic is consensus and controversy in engineering ethics. Let us first understand what is consensus and controversy. Consensus is an agreement among professionals on ethical principles and practices. The other term controversy is completely opposite. It is a disagreement or a conflict arising from different moral judgments. So, in both the cases, the both terms arise from exercising moral autonomy in engineering decisions. Ethical disagreements are natural and it is expected. So, like agreement and disagreement, and both are quite common when we are dealing with the engineering ethics and professional ethics. So, the importance of engineering ethics, it lies in public safety, builds trust, guiding decisions, and sustainable progress. When it comes to public safety, the importance is to ensuring the safety, health, and welfare of the public in all the cases. Well, while creating the trust, it has to establish the credibility and confidence in engineering professionals. While guiding decisions, it has to provide a framework for navigating complex moral dilemmas. So, when it comes to sustainable progress, it has to support the responsible and sustainable technological development. So, the various models of professional roles for engineers. Engineers act as saviors, engineers act as guardians, engineers act as bureaucratic servants, and engineers act as social servants and catalysts. So, when they are acting as a savior, they are driving the societal progress through technological innovation. They find technological advancements. When they are acting as a guardians, they are protecting the society's best interest and other safety standards. When the engineers are acting as a bureaucratic servants, they are actually implementing the management directives, management practices within the organizational structure and its organizational level. So when engineers are acting as social servants and catalysts, they are actually enabling the positive social change in the society and they are making the community is better. So what is consensus? Let us have a deep understanding on this. Consensus are actually shared principles which has the characteristics of integrity, accountability, and respect for the public welfare or the common threats. The other one is codes of ethics. So every professional organization has to promote global standards and best practices. So that agreement is come through the consensus. And the balanced autonomy where the individual's moral judgment is exercised with respect for established authority and guidelines. So, in all the cases, the goal is to promote the tolerance and responsible decision making within a unified professional framework. So, that's the agreement of consensus. So, in other case, controversy in engineering ethics, it has different friction points, different judgments, and different opinions or difference of interest or difference of interpretations. So these cases makes controversy. So the judgments, it creates moral perspectives and how the ethical principles are applied in the practice. That variations it provides. When it comes to competing interest, the conflict is arising when economic benefits are clashing, when the environmental impact or with the social responsibility. In other case of interpretations, different kinds of understanding with respect to the guidelines which leads to the various solutions. So, however, the controversy highlights the need for open dialogue, critical ethical reasoning, and a willingness to understand the diverse viewpoints. So, what is conflict of interest in engineering ethics? This conflict of interest, it occurs when personal interest or relationships clash with professional duties and the objectivity. For example, working for multiple clients with competing needs, or undisclosing the financial gains from project outcomes, or too much of leveraging the prior employment knowledge unfairly. So these are the common examples where conflict of interest, it is completely unethical. So how it can be handled in an ethical way? It requires the transparency, make it visible, make it understood, make it available for the people to access, and it is a proactive disclosure, it should be there. And sometimes the third party oversight to protect the public trust and professional integrity. So there is an example of case study, the conflicting of engineering opinions. There is a scenario where the two experienced engineers propose a different dam designs for a new hydroelectric project. Both designs are based on sound engineering principles, but they arrive at differing conclusions regarding material choices. Okay, so in that case, the environmental mitigation and long-term cost all are completely different. So in that situation, how the ethical guidelines to play? First thing has to consider the honest conviction. So both the engineers must genuinely believe their designs in superior level. And the second criteria is to restraint in criticism. The critics should be professional, fact based, and avoid personal attacks. And third criteria is to focus on public welfare. So the ultimate decision must prioritize safety and long-term benefit. So these three highlights the inherent complexity and the essential need for respectful debate and rigorous review in engineering. So that's all. Thank you, students. Let us continue in the next class.